Today I'm going to be interviewing Nora Pouillon. She's the owner of the first organic restaurant in the United States of America. Born in Vienna, Austria, she came to the United States in the late 1960s, and Restaurant Nora opened its doors in DuPont Circle in 1979. 20 years later, Restaurant Nora became the first restaurant in the country to be certified by Oregon Tilth, which means that 95% of its ingredients are certified organic. To this day, only 8 other restaurants in the United States have been able to obtain this certification. So thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. Can you briefly explain the process that you had to go through to obtain the certification?
Well, first I had to find a certification agency that wanted to do it. It had never been done before, so to find that was difficult. But luckily, that's why I went to Oregon Tilth, because they were the only one that wanted even to attempt it. The rules and the standards had to be created because there were no standards for a restaurant. Oregon Tilth's the president then said, okay, I'm doing it. It took 2 years to become to the point where she came here from Portland all the way here to Washington to certify me.
And what are the annual costs for having the certification?
It's a percentage of my income. It's not that expensive. It's under $5,000. I think it's like around $3,000 that I pay every year, but that's only for the certification. Right? What makes it expensive is the ingredients itself.
What would you say are the most important steps that you take in order to keep up with the standards that the certification demands?
It's an ongoing process to always find new purveyors, new farmers, new ingredients.
Would you say that being able to find all these farmers is the most challenging part of owning an organic restaurant?
No, I think that's part of it. The other part of it is the cost. I think that organic food in general is like 20% more. It fluctuates. Sometimes it's the same price as conventional, but sometimes it goes up, especially for meat and poultry. It's quite expensive. And I think that's the challenge, is to keep the prices at a point for my customer that they can afford it. Many people don't understand, they think perhaps I'm greedy, but it's the ingredients that are so expensive. So I have to. And I have also more workforce. I have a bigger team. Since I have to make a lot myself, I need somebody who knows how to make pasta. I need somebody who knows how to make ice cream.
But having these staff members, would you say that affects what the price you pay for an organic restaurant?
Every little thing you have to count that makes it more expensive. We use, it's not only that, we use a paint that is low in VOC. We use carpet that is biodegradable.
From top to bottom.
We try to do a lot of things that are sustainable.
Do you think this criteria that you pay 20% extra for your ingredients and you have all these more staff, that this is something that might hold people back if they wanted to own an organic restaurant from obtaining the certification?
Yeah, I think that, and also chefs. I think I deal with seasonal ingredients and local farmers, and often chef wants asparagus, let's say in February. Well, you can't get organic asparagus in February. So that's for many people also a deterrent. Of course, the price, the cost is also a big deterrent.
I know that you say that you change your menu daily with the ingredients that you're able to buy. Do you think this is a necessary factor in owning an organic restaurant, that you have to sort of compromise with the farmers and what you're able to offer your customers?
Sure. I tried to change it only like once a week. I tried not to change so much because it's environmentally not good. We use all these papers and all the ink, and I think changing it actually helps my food cost. I can see what I sold the night before or what didn't sell the night before, and so maybe I can use the same thing but make a different preparation.
There are a lot of restaurants in DC that proclaim themselves organic. For example, Kopi's Organic Restaurant and the Chesapeake Room. Do you think that consumers truly understand the difference between a self-proclaimed organic restaurant and a certified organic restaurant like your own?
Probably not, but I have it written on my menu. There are more and more actually customers that care about organic ingredients.
Why do you think this is?
Out of health reasons. I think that this restaurant here attracts a lot of people from 30 on to 100. That's one of the reasons why I'm still in business after 35 years.
Because with your entree about $9 more than the average entree at a restaurant that says they're organic but does not have a certification, what do you think is the number one reason that keeps people coming to you as opposed to them?
They feel because I have this certificate, they can be assured that that what I put in front of them on their plate, is really certified, is really organic.
You're very committed to the farmers that you buy from and that you get your ingredients from. And in your 2008 interview with StarChefs.com, you said, "What I do is I commit myself to these farmers no matter what happens. Even if the produce is eaten by bugs, I will buy it in order to show my support of what he's doing." Do you think that this, where you support them regardless of the status of their produce, will affect the price of the dishes that you're giving out?
No. I think what I do, if he sells me, for instance, arugula that's full of beetle holes, then I just make pesto out of it, or I make a soup out of it. So I use it. It's not like I have to throw it away.
Okay. As of 2000, you said in the CNN Interactive chat that Restaurant Nora is doing better every year. Since the economy has taken a turn for the worst, have you seen a decline in customers, or do you still feel that it's doing better and better?
It has been stagnant for a little while, but I never went really lower. But I used to grow probably in a higher percentage, and now it doesn't. It grows, but it grows perhaps 2% a year or something. While before it was over 3 or 4.
Okay. Have you made any adjustments recently to try and get back to that percentage that you were at before?
Well, I think when we were really hit 3 years ago with the recession, we lowered our prices for a while. I think we did it for 6 months, and to see, to help our customer, to show, that we understand that we have a hard time. And but after 6 months, we just had to come back basically to what we have to charge, because we have to maintain a certain food cost. Otherwise, the business fails.
When you did lower your prices, did you see an increase in customers?
Not really. I think I just made the customers I had happier. I think they show that. I think they realized that I made an effort to understand their plight.
In this economy, your current situation, you have a lot of status, a lot of people know your restaurant, so they keep coming, but would you advise somebody to start up an organic restaurant now?
Of course, I think everybody should have an organic restaurant. But I think once you realize how far away from its natural state the food is that you're eating, you would be organic, but unfortunately it's very hidden.
Right.
So not many people understand it. Like with the GMOs, it's not labeled.
What's a GMO?
Genetically modified organism.
You eat something from another gene, not
Right.
your gene, and we have no idea what it does in the long run to us people.
But many people don't know that they are eating GMOs and they think that it's fine. So do you think that makes it difficult for organic restaurants to survive?
No. True, you can only buy from certified organic sources, but the more people demand for it, the more farmers will change.
Do you think that if more farmers do this naturally and organically, that just by happening, people will eat more organically?
Yeah, not only that, because the price will get lower.
Right.
If it's more is available, more people will buy it, and then the farmer can lower the price.
And you predict that this might happen in the upcoming future?
Yes, I think it will more and more.
And so finally, as hopefully in the future, if more farmers go organic and more people are consuming organic and stores like Whole Foods have no GMOs, do you think that this will result in an increase in certified organic restaurants around the country to more than 9?
Well, I hope so. As I said before, he cannot use his favorite chocolate, or he cannot use his favorite oil or flour, whatever, and so you have really to be very committed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to add?
My father always said health is the most important thing you have in your life.
Right.
and you better preserve it. And no money in the world can buy it, and I think it's true. I think if people would spend the money on good food and good water and get fresh, good air, then they wouldn't spend so much money on healthcare.